Hi, this is Lynn Langit for All Things Data, and today I'm going to take a look at the new SQL Azure Premium databases. So a little bit about me, if you've not watched one of my screencasts before, I was a former Microsoft employee. I've been working with SQL Server for 14 years. I'm an MVP for SQL Server, the equivalent of an MVP for Google Cloud and MongoDB. I'm a practicing big data architect and technical trainer. So let's get into SQL Azure Premium. This was announced a couple weeks ago as a preview. You can see on the bottom of the screen here, this is from the Azure portal, the location where you would sign up for it. In this screencast, I'm going to talk about my experience with it to date and invite some conversation. So the concept around SQL Azure Premium is a set of relational or SQL Server-like services offered on the Azure cloud that have performance guarantees. So the verbiage from Microsoft's site is that it's reserved capacity, built-in secondaries, and performance guarantees. And you would use this with higher peak load, many concurrent requests. SQL Azure Standard or Web or Business current maximum is 180 concurrent requests and predictable latency. If you want to try it out, you request access to the beta, get approved, and try it out. And I'm going to take you through the steps I've gone through so far in this screencast. So to get access, once you go through the portal, we're going to set up a server, and then you were going to request a premium database quota as shown on the screenshot on the upper left, the link there. And then I found that I had to wait 1 day, and then I revisited the portal and I saw that I had a premium database quota of 1 available. I did not get any email notification or anything. I just simply saw this on the portal. So I'm going to go over to the portal now and show you what it looks like to configure this. So on the portal, you can see that I have a database instance here, Lynn Premium, and you can see that I have a P2 reservation. So let's drill in. And the way that I set that up is I just created a new database. And after I created the database, I went to this page where it said scale, and then I set the reservation size to P2, and then I selected the premium database option. And I did that about 15 minutes ago, and it said that it could take a long period of time, several hours or a day during this beta period, to be premium. And it says only 1 change per 24-hour period. Now if I look at this, it looks like, if I go back to the dashboard, now if I look at this, it appears that I am a P2 database at this point. So really that appears to be the only thing that I need to do. Now I'm going to go into Manage and see if there's anything different, obviously in the management portal. I'm not expecting there to be, because again, this is a infrastructure enhancement for the SQL Azure offering. But I want to take a look. If I take a look at it, I haven't really done any queries, so this is internal stuff. It doesn't look any different than any other database. So it looks like the only way you would really be aware is by setting it up and right over here. Now of course the big consideration is, what do you get for this? And how much are you paying for it? So how much you're paying for it appears to be understandable from Microsoft's site. During preview, the P1 is 1 core, 8 gigs of RAM, $15 a day, around $465 a month. For 2, it's double. The general availability, they've doubled the price. So my experience with working with customers with regular SQL Azure Web or Business is if they're just trying out, it's like $10 a month. And if they got production data, of course it's going to vary, but my customers are running like $250, $300, $350, maybe more a month, depending on how much data is stored. So this is, of course, substantially more expensive. So this than the Web or Business Edition. Another interesting consideration would be that Amazon has a similar type of service available through IOPS, performance guarantees for Amazon SQL Server on relational database services. So I may take the time to do a little price comparison in my blog. If I don't, at the very least, you ought to investigate also Amazon's SLA and pricing when you have these kind of business scenarios. So I'll be anxious to hear from the SQL community how this is holding up under load. I'm not having time today to test it. I just wanted to show you how to set it up. In the future I may perf test it, because of course that's the sort of key point after you've set it up. So you want to determine your requirements for this new service to see if your business needs really justify it. Obviously, you can just sign up for the trial, load test the premium edition, and I'm very interested in your feedback and how this is performing under actual load. So before I end this out, I just want to switch to the other thing that I do, which is talking about the free and open source courseware that my nonprofit produces to introduce children to programming. teachingkidsprogramming.org. We have this courseware for Java or Microsoft Small Basic. Also, we have the first lesson in C# for the .NET community hosted free on Pluralsight. Microsoft has recently recognized our work and graciously included us in a competition where they're going to award a total of $100,000 to different educational technical nonprofits, and we are on the leaderboard. So if you have tried out our courseware or you do try it out and you like it, be sure to vote for us at azuredevs.com before October 31st and confirm your vote so that we can get more funds to continue our work on creating this courseware. So that's it for today. This is Lynn Langit for All Things Data. Follow my YouTube channel to get updated when I release new videos, and keep learning.